Okay, and we're back. TCU, Kansas State. Playoff berth on the line for the Horned Frogs, while Kansas State looks to play the spoiler. I think TCU should be in regardless, but we shall see. TCU with the ball, 2nd and 7 from the Kansas State 10-yard line. A big 53-yard pass play from Duggan to Quentin Johnston. Got him into K-State territory after they started from about their own 8-yard line. It'll be 3rd down here after the designed quarterback power by Max Duggan. Lowers the shoulder, gets down close to the 1st down marker. I think he's going to be about a half-yard short, though. It will be 3rd and about a half-yard here for TCU. Third and 1 ball just outside the 3-yard line. Max Duggan in the pistol. Kendre Miller behind him. 2 tight ends left side, 2 receivers right side. They'll motion. And we've got a whistle here at the snap. Timeout called by TCU. So, TCU knocking on the door. As again, for those of you tuning into the stream for the first time, we got the scoreboard above us now. We got TCU, Kansas State up there, over there. I quite enjoy that Dr. Pepper commercial because I am the guy asking why the guy hasn't posted angrily on the message boards. Living my best life. All right. 3rd and inches coming up here for TCU. Looking to put the first points on the board here in the Big 12 championship game. Third and inches, ball just outside the Kansas State 3-yard line. Max Duggan in the gun. Running back to either side. 2 receivers split out wide to the left. Duggan takes a snap. QB power right side. Duggan inside the first down marker. Down close to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. TCU Horned Frogs. First and goal, under 5.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Play clock down to 14 here. Late substitutions from both teams. And TCU's going to have to burn a timeout here. Yeah. Late substitution by TCU. That allows Kansas State to run down that play clock with their substitution. And TCU is going to have to burn their second timeout of the first quarter here. So 5:04 to go here in the first quarter, and TCU has already burned 2 timeouts. First and goal here for the Horned Frogs. Max Duggan in the gun. 2 receivers right. Kendre Miller is the back. They'll fake it to him. Quick throw outside. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. It's Barber. Out in the flat. It's Tay Barber. And TCU on the board first, looking to secure themselves a college football playoff spot in the Big 12 championship game. Good throw by Max Duggan on the outside shoulder, and Tay Barber. Catch, turn, extend that ball. Touchdown. Horned Frogs up early on Kansas State. Griffin Kell on for the extra point. Just snuck it inside the right upright, but it is good nonetheless. And it's 7-0 TCU on top. I'm gonna have a good day. Oh, I just wanna ride today. Gonna have a good day. Don't. Don't. I would expect TCU to win this game. Kansas State actually by kickoff was favored by 1, and frankly, I don't see it. I think Kansas State I think Kansas State's a step down from TCU. I think Kansas State is kind of just, I don't know. I feel like if Adrian Martinez was healthy, maybe I'd buy that point favorite. But man, it's just rough for me to see. Granted, Will Howard has been, he's been pretty good in relief. So, it's interesting. But I think TCU's just better. DB aren't Iowa State in the Big 12. Why aren't they playing? Well, you see, AJ, Iowa State took an off year. Just let somebody else win for a change. We figured, it's not really fun if Iowa State just wins everything the whole time. So, take a year off here or there. Let Kansas State and TCU, battle it out. Let them have their fun this year. That's why we're not playing today, or the rest of the year. That's why. That's why. Why is TCU a 95% chance to make the playoff? Why is it not 99.99999? The only way that TCU doesn't make it in the playoff, in my opinion, is if Kansas State wins this game by 35. And even then, that's not even that much worse than Utah beating USC last night by like 60. So, Malik Knowles fields it at the 1. Out across the 15 to the 20 and forced out of bounds right around the 20 or 21 yard line. Do do boo do 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 do. Kansas State at their own 20-yard line for their second drive of the game. They had to punt their first time up. Handoff here to Deuce Vaughn. He picks up about 2 yards off the right side. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 TCU on top of the Kansas State Wildcats. Second and 8. Will Howard takes a snap, drops back, looking over the middle. He'll step up in the pocket. He looks to air it out deep over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Will Howard, fortunate. That one goes through the hands of Perry. Oh, man, Will Howard getting away with one there. Goes right through the hands of the safety, Howard. You see that blonde actress got stabbed? No. No, I didn't. I did not see that. 3rd and 8 here. Will Howard steps up in the pocket. Throws broken up. Good play made. Josh Newton. Reese. AJ, I'm gonna entertain this because I know what the punchline is, and I want you to know that I know what the punchline is, but that I'm still going to entertain you with the what you want me to say. Reese, what's your name? I believe, AJ, you are referring to Reese Witherspoon. Kansas State forced to punt it away. I believe you're talking about Reese Witherspoon. But no, I did not hear that she got stabbed. Punt goes out 40 yards. No, with a knife. Ha! You clever guy, you, AJ. Clever guy. 1st and 10, TCU. Ball at their own 39-yard line. Great starting field position here for Max Duggan and the Horned Frogs. He'll hand off to Kendre Miller. Bounces it left side. Gets a good block on the edge. Kendre Miller, 45-50, 45, and pushed out of bounds. Close to the Kansas State 40-yard line. A pickup of 21 on the play for Kendre Miller. What a great block on the edge here. Quentin Johnston. Great block on the outside. 21 yards for Kendre Miller. DB call McDonald's with that joke. Oh, man. Are we going back to being a prank call thing? Duggan hands off again up the middle. Kendre Miller this time only picks up about 3. 2nd and 7 upcoming here for the Horned Frogs. Second and 7, TCU from the Kansas State 37. Duggan, straight drop, incomplete, throws it near sideline into the dirt. Third and 7 now here for TCU. This is the only game. Is this the only game on right now? I don't know. Oh, Toledo and Ohio are also playing. Max Duggan in the gun. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left here. Takes a shotgun snap. Looking to air it out. Looking end zone. And it's a jump ball broken up. Looking for Hudson at the goal line. And it's broken up. Although we do have a Kansas State player shaken up. Ball was just a touch underthrown and thrown just a hair inside there from Max Duggan. Still a ball Hudson would maybe like to come down with. Really awkward fall here for the Kansas State defensive back there on that right shoulder, right arm. Oh. Boye Doe. Fall, that super awkward fall there on that right shoulder, right arm. Landed with it fully extended and just, oh man, super awkward fall there. Yikes. Headed into the blue medical tent. Griffin Kell, on for the field goal. 55-yarder from the left hash. Would be a season long. Of course, his previous season long came against, you guessed it, Iowa State last week. Kick is on the way from Griffin Kell. It's hooking left, and it does not find the uprights. Missed it wide left, had the distance, but the kick is no good. Oh, it had plenty of distance, Kirk. Just hooked it left. Good starting field position here for K-State. Handoff on the jet sweep to Malik Knowles, and he'll pick up about 8. Colin Klein, offensive coordinator, former Kansas State quarterback. Second and 2 from their own 45. Play fake. Howard looking deep. He's going to air one out far sideline. He's got Malik Knowles, and he drops it in the breadbasket. Malik Knowles down to the 15-yard line. Kansas State answering after the missed field goal. Will Howard drops it in the breadbasket here. Malik Knowles on the post corner. What a throw by Howard, and Malik Knowles gets behind the defense and makes the grab at the 15-yard line. Kansas State into the red zone for the first time today. Will Howard in the gun. He'll quick throw out. Not a lot of room there. That's Brooks. Second and 8. Kansas State into the red zone for the first time, looking to tie us up here at the end of the first quarter as we approach the 1-minute mark. Second and 8 from the TCU 12, we'll call it, 12.5-yard line. Will Howard takes the snap, throws over the middle, looking end zone. It's overthrown. Looking for Warner. Closest player, though, was actually the TCU safety. That's a great play made by Perry, the safety. Howard never saw him creeping back over the middle of the field. And now it's 3rd and 8. Ball at the 12.5. Handoff to Deuce Vaughn, running right. Cuts up field inside the 10. Flipped upside down. Ball to the 6.5. And it'll be about 4th and half a yard here. Flipped upside down to the 6.5. It'll be 4th and about a yard here for Kansas State. Play clock at 15, game clock at 26. Howard under center. Deuce Vaughn the back. Malik Knowles comes in motion. They'll fake it. Howard finds his man inside the 5. Touchdown, Kansas State. Sinnott, the tight end, on the PA bootleg by Will Howard, and the Kansas State Wildcats are an extra point away from tying us up in the final minute of the first quarter. Extra point up and good. And we've got ourselves a tie ball game here with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Excellent play call there. 4th and 1. K-State runs it to perfection. TCU tackle was made, but Sinnott able to extend that ball across the goal line and find the touchdown. Kansas State to kick us off here. Tie ball game in the final 20 seconds of the first quarter. Kickoff is away. Fielded 5 yards deep, and he'll bring it out. Out across the 25-30 and wrestled down close to the 35-yard line. Gets to the 34 before being brought down. First and 10, TCU, with potentially the final play of the first quarter. Duggan in the pistol, 2 receivers each side. Kendre Miller, the back behind him. They'll fake it to him, and Max Duggan, not a lot of running room. He's fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that will be the end of the first quarter. 7-7 ball game. Both teams benefiting off of big plays. TCU scoring after a 53-yard play from Duggan to Johnston, and Kansas State capitalizing after a 40-yard pass from Will Howard to Malik Knowles. The big play proving effective in the Big 12 championship game. Excuse me. By the way, Toledo leads Ohio 3 minutes into the second quarter. That's 7-0 in the MAC championship. Of course, fans of this channel will be familiar with Ohio, one of Iowa State's non-conference games. They had a pretty good season this year, 9-3 in the MAC, 9-3 overall, 7-1 in the MAC, and also a potential look at the future of Iowa State offense. With the firing of Tom Manning, there's been rumors. Again, I know nothing, but there have been rumors that Iowa State could be looking at Ohio's offensive coordinator. Scott is Fording. However it's pronounced. Could be rumored to be taking Tom Manning's old position. 7 apiece here as we start the second quarter. Oh, Kansas State getting away with a false start there on that touchdown play. Ben Sinnott, who caught the touchdown pass, moving before the snap. Max Duggan, play fake. And he will spike it into the dirt in front of Kendre Miller. Nowhere to go with that one. 3rd and 10. Coming up for the TCU offense. First play of the second quarter. Incomplete pass. Third and 10, TCU with the ball at their own 34-yard line. A 0-yard run by Max Duggan, followed by an incomplete pass. Play clock at 9, TCU. Not in much of a hurry here. They'll get the snap off at 4. Duggan, straight drop, looking deep, now rolls out to his right. He'll come back to the right side. He overthrows his man. Williams had a little bit of space there, but just overthrown by Max Duggan. Really good coverage there. And man, that's a tight window, but man, Duggan puts it about where he needed to, but just a little overthrown there, and TCU will punt it away for the first time today, and we've got a first penalty flag of the day here. I believe this will be a false start. This is a false start on TCU, and that'll push him back 5 yards. Gets the punt away. Brooks retreats to the 21-yard line, but makes the catch out across the 25-30 and pushed out of bounds at about the 34. DB, what's your GPA for the semester looking like? It's like a 2.7 or something. 2.6, 2.5, something like that. I don't know. It's not 3 or 4. Trust me, I'm not that smart. I'm smart on occasion. I'm not smart full time. Deuce Vaughn on the carry on first down. He'll pick up a nice gain, gets a nice push from the O-line there at the end of the play, and he'll pick up close to 8. Solid. Look, C's get degrees. That's what we're going for. Thoughts on the Packers? Actually, that's a valid question because I haven't streamed the Packers in forever. I haven't talked about them much since the trade deadline. I'll give you those here after the second down play. Deuce Vaughn on the carry left side, cuts upfield across the first down marker and gets out to the 47-yard line. So my thoughts on the Packers are this. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is retiring in the offseason, and it doesn't make sense financially for the Packers to cut or trade him. So my opinion is that Aaron Rodgers will be back next year because I don't think he'll want to end his career missing the playoffs like is evident this year. So my thought would be Will Howard play fake, looks over the middle. He's got a man wide open. It's Deuce Vaughn, but he can't come down with it. He bobbled it and then took a massive shot from the TCU defender over the top. Late flag comes in. This cannot be a penalty, man. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Shoulder-to-shoulder contact, man. Let him play. Jesus Christ. This cannot be targeting. This cannot be targeting. Oh my word. It's shoulder to shoulder. What? That's shoulder to... What? What is that? That's shoulder to chest. That cannot possibly be a penalty. Oh, wow. Wow. The ESPN people, finally, after the third angle, don't think it's targeting. I'm staring at the camera from midfield at this play at the 25. This is not targeting. Deuce Vaughn bobbles it, tries to recover it. Safety puts shoulder to the chest. By the way, this is shoulder to the chest with Deuce Vaughn falling forward. So this would have been like shoulder to the gut if Deuce Vaughn's not falling down. By the way, Deuce Vaughn's short enough as it is. This should not be targeting or a penalty at all. My Lord. Good Lord. What are we doing? Thank you. Good Lord. They overturn it after the replay, which is correct. That shouldn't have ever been called in the first place. My God. Jesus Christ. Okay, back to my thoughts on the Packers. Jay, I don't know if you're still here. Sorry, I got distracted by awful officiating. I can't believe that was even flagged in the first place. Second and 10 here, following the incompletion and the no foul for targeting. Kansas State will pick up a couple there on the quick throw out to Warner. But yeah, thoughts on the Packers. So I don't think Aaron Rodgers is retiring after missing the playoffs, because I don't think he wants to end that way. Granted, you can't all end with a Super Bowl win, but I don't think missing the playoffs is how he wants to end. And then, like I said, it doesn't make any sense for the Packers to cut or trade him financially. So I think Rodgers will be back next year. So I think after this Bears game, where he's already said that he's starting and everyone's already said that he's starting, I think after the Bears game, you play Jordan Love the rest of the year. Quick slant throws incomplete. Malik Knowles couldn't hang on to it. And it'll be 4th and 7. But I think after this Bears game, I think you start Jordan Love the rest of the season, because it's a lost season already. There's no sense in starting Rodgers to me. If you start, here's the thing. If you start Aaron Rodgers the rest of the year, you don't end up knowing what you have in Jordan Love. This is a perfect opportunity to throw Jordan Love into regular season games where they may or may not still matter, but you at least get to see him in a real live, game scenario, games on the line, 2-minute drills. You get to see him with the first team offense and all that, as this punt will be down at the 7-yard line. But I mean I just think you got to start Jordan Love the rest of the year. Because the worst situation for the Packers is you win like 4 of your last 5. You start Aaron Rodgers, you win 4 of your last 5. So you don't learn anything about Jordan Love in a game situation. I don't think we're good enough to win 4 of the last 5. But with Aaron Rodgers, you've always got a chance. So let's say you win 4 out of the last 5, even 3 out of the last 5, probably moves you lower in the draft. And by lower, I mean worse in the draft. And by worse, I mean like pick 14 or 15 instead of pick 8 or 9. But let's say you win 3 or 4. Now all of a sudden you're stuck in the middle of the draft. You have no idea what you have in your quarterback. And you just don't have any direction because you're starting Aaron Rodgers again next year. At least if you start Jordan Love the rest of the year, you know what you have in him, or you can at least start to get a sense of what you have in him. You probably lose more games than you win with Jordan Love. So, you end up with maybe pick 8 through 11 instead of pick 12 through 14. So then you look at it and you're saying, well, now you've got a top 10 pick. That pick is worth something, so you could trade it, if you wanted. Here's the thing. If Jordan Love, if you play him the final 4 games of the season, because Rodgers is starting against the Bears, if you play him, if you start Jordan Love and you don't like what you see, you can draft an early quarterback. You can move up in the draft. You'll have a top 10 pick, which is worth something. You can move up in the draft. You can take a Caleb Williams. You could take a CJ Stroud. You could take a Bryce Young. You could take, even if you get the 4th pick, you're probably getting one of those 3 quarterbacks. Because I don't think the Bears will take a quarterback, and I think they'll be one of those bottom picks. The Texans might just be forced to take one of them. The other team that you're competing with that would maybe take a quarterback in the Lions, you've already lost to them once. They're ahead of you in the standings. Let's see if there's anywhere that shows the current NFL draft order. It folds. I like to see you wiggle. For sure. Okay, so this is current. This is current draft projections. This has the Packers with the 13th pick. I think they'll have a better draft pick than 13 because I don't think they'll be there. But let's say you end up with the Eagles have the 6th pick from New Orleans. Oh my God, the Eagles are just gonna be fucking better. Good Lord. But yeah, I mean, you look at it, the Texans probably take a quarterback, so there's one. Seattle, it depends on how they feel about Geno, but Geno's played pretty well this year, so they may or may not take a quarterback. And you look at the Bears, I don't think the Bears are taking a quarterback. Carolina probably takes a quarterback. So now you're looking at maybe 2 quarterbacks off the board. Detroit with the 5th pick from the Rams, they would maybe take a quarterback because I don't think Goff is the answer there. The Eagles aren't going to take a quarterback. The Steelers aren't going to take a quarterback, I don't think, with Kenny Pickett there. The Colts, maybe the Colts would take a quarterback, maybe. The Cardinals at 9 wouldn't take a quarterback. The Raiders, I don't think they would take a quarterback. You got the Lions again, they would have already taken a quarterback. The Falcons, they drafted Desmond Ridder. I don't think they would take a quarterback back-to-back years. And then you got the Packers right now sitting at 13. Kendre Miller there on the delayed handoff. Does not get much of anything. It'll be 3rd and 4 here for TCU as we are still knotted up at 7. But yeah, I if the Packers end up with a top 10 pick, if you like Jordan Love, you take a Quentin Johnston who's in this game right now. You can take a wide receiver. You can take a safety. You can take a linebacker. You can kind of just take whatever you think you need if you like Jordan Love or if you think Aaron Rodgers is going to be there for the next 2 or 3 years. Quick slant thrown high for Quentin Johnston. It's incomplete, and TCU will punt it away again. But yeah, so I don't know. I think you play Aaron Rodgers this week against the Bears, because he owns the Bears, and then there you go. TCU punting it away here, 4th and 3 from their own 15, and they'll take their third and final timeout with 11 minutes to go in the first half. Mashed potatoes. Put the potatoes on a pan. So 4th and 3 here for TCU. They just had to spend their third and final timeout to save their punter 5 yards. And he will get it away here across midfield. Malik Knowles, fair catch. Called for and made at the 40-yard line of Kansas State. 60 yards away from a lead at the Big 12 championship game. Can we get rid of the chest pass in the Dr. Pepper football toss for the money? Can we get rid of that? Because that's just dumb. Malik Knowles jet sweep across the 45-50. Malik Knowles cuts upfield inside the 40, 35, 30. Stiff arms a man all the way down to the 20-yard line. Malik Knowles. And guess who's the first one to greet him on the sideline? It's Adrian Martinez. Great job by the downfield blockers. And then Adrian Martinez, the first one to grab Malik Knowles on the sideline. Down to the 20-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 19. Kansas State into the red zone and looking for their first lead of the game. Will Howard drops back, looks over the middle, fires end zone goal line. It's caught at the 1-yard line by Deuce Vaughn. Down to the 1-yard line. Deuce Vaughn with a nice grab inside the 5. They go, hurry up, and Will Howard takes it left side. Touchdown, Kansas State. They take their first lead of the game here in the second quarter. And TCU, again, no timeouts for the rest of the second quarter. They run a little read option here with Deuce Vaughn, the linebacker and edge crash it, and Will Howard waltzes into the end zone untouched. And Kansas State jumps on top 13-7, extra point coming. A 3-play drive, 60 yards in under a minute, and the K-State offense gives them the 7-point lead with just over 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. 14-0 scoring run here for Kansas State. Which I know isn't the same as a 14-0 run in basketball. But still, 14 unanswered here for the Wildcats. Hospital bill. I don't know, it's interesting. Because obviously I don't want Kansas State to win the Big 12 title. Because fuck Kansas State. But it is interesting because I do kind of want to see Kansas State win. I don't want to see Kansas State win. I want to see TCU lose to see how the committee views TCU at 12-1. Especially compared to one loss didn't make the championship game Ohio State, or 2 loss didn't make the championship game Alabama, or 2 lost the championship game USC. I want to see how the committee ranks TCU, compared to those 3 teams, especially those 3 teams. But like I said, I also don't want to see Kansas State win. I don't know. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. K-State to kick us off here with their first lead of the game, 14-7 with 10:16 to go here in the first half. Davis from about a yard deep, out across the 15-20 hurdles, and trying to fight forward, but will not get further than the 20-yard line. How many teams ranked third in the next to last college football playoff rankings have failed to reach the CFP? Was TCU third? TCU was third, and then they beat up on Iowa State, and then they fell to sixth, right? Kendre Miller, a big first down carry, picks up 14 out close to the 35-yard line. I think TCU was third and then finished sixth. So there's at least one. Because I'm pretty sure that was the year that was the year right before the Big 12 brought back the championship game. And TCU and Baylor were third and fourth, I think, in the final or the second to last rankings, or they were third and fifth or something. Oh, Duggan has a touchdown to Barber, but he overthrew him. Oh, Tay Barber had a house call from 65 yards out, but Max Duggan overthrows him. The pressure provided by Mott off the edge. Oh, no, Max Duggan. He had a 65-yarder to Tay Barber, and he missed him. Big pressure off the edge, though, and TCU will reset on 2nd and 10. Kansas State brings forward Duggan. Steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle, through the hands, and incomplete of the intended target, Williams. Jacob Parrish in coverage. I believe he's a freshman. Man, oh man, oh man. TCU's offense sputtering since that first drive. Max Duggan just 1 of 8 over his last 8 attempts. He started the game 6 of 7, including the touchdown to Tay Barber. And now 3rd and 10 from his own 35-yard line. He's had some good looks, but he's just missed some open guys here. 3rd and 10 from the 35. Max Duggan steps up in the pocket, looks to run, and he'll not get there. He only gets about 4 yards or so out to the 39. And the Wildcats once again force the punt. And no timeout for TCU bites them there. Punt is away. Malik Knowles, fair catch called for and made at the 24-yard line. All right, let's hear the Aflac trivia question answer. How many teams have been third in the penultimate rankings and failed to reach the college football playoff? Oh, it is just TCU. Okay. Deuce Vaughn, left side. He gets a nice block. Deuce Vaughn out across the 25-30 and picks up 9 on 1st and 10. It'll be 2nd and 1. And K-State. Of course, K-State did lead TCU by, I think, 2 scores in their first meeting, and then TCU came back. Actually, I'm gonna check that. I believe that K-State led that game by 2 scores before TCU came back in the second half. Yeah, they led 28-17 at the half. Will Howard over the middle. He's got a man open, and he overthrows a touchdown. Oh, Warner was wide open up the seam, and Will Howard misses. Oh, man. These quarterbacks connected on their opening bombs of the day, but they have missed some since. He's got a touchdown to Warner up the seam, and he overthrows him. Oh my! But yes, going back to what I was saying, Kansas State was up 28-17 on Kansas State the first meeting. They do pick up the first down here on 3rd and 2. The nice little stick route there by Warner. Malik Knowles not in the game right now. Wow, Malik Knowles possibly out for the game here. Not Deuce Vaughn. Oh man, Malik Knowles, that's a brutal loss there for Kansas State. Wow. Man, he's such a fun guy to watch too. As that was Giddens on the carry, not Deuce Vaughn. But man, that's such a brutal loss for Kansas State. Malik Knowles, man, just incredible talent. Great with the ball in his hands. As again, it's Giddens, and he'll take the inside handoff, and he'll pick up about 5, so it'll be 3rd and about 3 here for Kansas State. That was DJ Giddens once again. Another K-State player down. Not sure who that was. It looked like one of the offensive linemen, but I didn't see what number it was. As we will head to a break here. 6:44 to go in this first half. Kansas State up by 7 and looking for more here. The Housewives are on the field, guys. The Housewives are on the field. Doom, doom, doom. 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 Doom, doom. AirPods. AirPods commercial time. Dude, Danny DeVito's the best. I love the Jersey Mike's subs commercials because it's Danny DeVito. It's incredible. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Will Trent. Dun 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 dun. All glory to the Hypnotoad. 3rd and 2. Giddens off the left side, and he piles his way for a first down into TCU territory. Big gaping hole off the left side there. Dun, 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 dun. Ball to the TCU 46. Will Howard in the pistol. Giddens behind him. They'll give it to him. Running left again. And Giddens again picks up 6. Dun, 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 dun. Once again, Will Howard pistol formation. 2 receivers left or right, excuse me. Fake to Giddens and TCU all over it, and they'll pick up the sack on Will Howard. Dylan Horton picks up the sack. Loss of about 3 there, and it'll be 3rd down for the Wildcats. TCU's defense needs to pick up a stop here. 3rd and 7, Kansas State from the TCU 43-yard line. Not in field goal range here. They'll motion Deuce Vaughn out wide to the right. Will Howard alone in the gun now. Takes the snap, looking far sideline to the screen to Warner. He makes one man miss, and he'll be about a yard shy of the first down. Warner makes a nice play there. Looked like he wasn't going to hit much, but he picks up close to 6. And it'll be 4th and 1 here from the 37-yard line. Woo! Man, love that effort from the big tight end. And K-State looking to go for it here. 4th and 1 from the 37-yard line, excuse me. Howard under center. Hands off. Deuce Vaughn didn't get there, and TCU was all over it. They finally pick up a stop, and maybe that'll bring some momentum back to the Horned Frogs and Sonny Dykes as K-State runs halfback dive on 4th and 1 from the 37-yard line, and TCU is all over it. Dylan Horton got through the line first, took up all the blocks, and then the TCU second level was able to crash the box and pick up the stop. Max Duggan looks for the throw. It's got Quentin Johnston. Quentin Johnston inside the 35, and he fumbles the football, and Kansas State has it. Quentin Johnston puts it on the ground after a big gain, and Kansas State comes away with the football. They get it right back for Will Howard in the offense. Oh, man. Quentin Johnston had so much space when he caught the ball, he didn't know what to do with it. Tried to make a move on the DB, and oh, man. Quentin Johnston, one of the top receivers in the country, coughs it up for TCU in the final 4 minutes of the half, and Kansas State gets the ball right back. Julius Brents, I believe it was, that forced it, and I didn't see who got on it. Nobody went with Quentin Johnston. Brents was lined up in man coverage against Johnson, went with the slot receiver, came back to him, and then forced the fumble. Who got on it? I'm not sure who it was. It looks like we've got an injured K-State player on the sideline there. Austin Moore. Austin Moore jumps on the football there, forced by Brents. So Will Howard and Deuce Vaughn get right back onto the field after the Quentin Johnston fumble. And with 3:49 to go here in the first half, Kansas State with all 3 timeouts. Plenty of time to work with. Handoff Deuce Vaughn running left side. He picks up about 4 there. Second and 6 here from the 35-yard line. K-State with the ball and the lead. No hurry at all from K-State, and why would you? Got a full 3 minutes here to work with. Will Howard, handoff Deuce Vaughn up the middle. Cannot spin away from the defense. 3rd and 6 coming up here for for Kansas State, excuse me. Third and 6 from their own 35. Will Howard in the gun, 2 receivers each side. Howard looking far side. He's going to loft one. He's got a man wide open. He underthrows it. It's still caught by Warner at the 30-yard line. He had a touchdown to Warner, but underthrew him. The DB overran the underthrow. And it's going to be a 1st and 10. I mean, he's wide open. Nobody goes with Cade Warner. And Perry overruns it because of how poorly the ball was thrown. And they're going to take a look at it. I thought it was a clean catch. One-handed snag there from Cade Warner at the 30-yard line. We'll take a look here at the replay. It looks like a clean catch to me. I haven't seen any angle anyway that would determine anything else. Here we might have a good look at it. Snag. Woo. Ooh, I don't know. Here, we'll take a look at it. Left arm. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is this gonna... This is gonna be incomplete. Oh, no. Oh, no. The underthrow from Will Howard. The underthrow from Will Howard is going to cost him. And this will be a 4th down for Kansas State. The Will Howard underthrow. I mean, he was wide open. And Will Howard underthrew him by about 20 yards. I mean, it was Will Howard Cade Warner basically had to stop to catch this ball. Oh, man. Officials are still discussing this. They went to the replay, and now the head official's talking with the back judge. So I don't know what... It's an incomplete pass, and 4th down for Kansas State. The Will Howard underthrow comes back to bite Kansas State here on 3rd and 7. Oh, man. Both Howard and Duggan have missed some big throws so far today. Man, oh, man. Punt is away. Barber fields it at the 20. Did he not wave for a fair catch? Porter absolutely lit him up as soon as he caught the football. Excellent timing there from the Kansas State punt coverage. Man, oh man. Max Duggan from his own 20. They'll hand off up the middle here. No timeouts for TCU as they had to burn all of them before the 11-minute mark of the second quarter, by the way. So we're now under 2 minutes. Clock will continue to run here for Duggan and the Horned Frogs. Take the snap, quick play fake. Duggan fires over the middle. He's caught out close to the 45. That's Davis. Here comes that TCU tempo all the way out to the 44-yard line. Clock will stop to move the change momentarily, and here it goes again. Duggan in the gun, 3 receivers right. Quick throw up the middle. It's caught. Hard hit. Pickup of 9, under 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Big handoff up the middle, down close to the 30-yard line. DeMarcaro brings it down to the 31-yard line. Clock continues to run here. Max Duggan. And it looks like we got a timeout here for Kansas State. Timeout, K-State. That's a great throw by Max Duggan, by the way, out to Davis. Hypno-Toad in a hurry. Well, they're in a hurry here in the final 66 seconds. Ball at the Kansas State 31-yard line. TCU will get the ball to start the second half. So if they can double up here at the end of the first and start of the second, would be massive for the Horned Frogs' playoff hopes. Duggan steps up in the pocket. He'll look to run with it. He'll get the corner, and he'll pick up about 4 out to the 27. And it will stop the clock as he got out of bounds. They'll mark it out at the 28, so only a pickup of 3 there. I think that's a pretty poor spot. Two receivers right, one to the left here for Duggan. In the gun, DeMarcado remains the back to his left. Duggan, low snap, but handles it. Over the middle, caught, but really short gain there of only about 3 or 4. Third and about 3 here from the 34-yard line. Clock under 40 seconds here. Duggan takes a snap. Looking near side, throws. He's got it complete. And no, it's dropped incomplete or ruled incomplete by Davis. 4th and 3 here with 34 seconds left. This is a big decision here for Sonny Dykes. Looks like they're going to kick the field goal here. Play clock down to 5, and Griffin Kell, they do get the play off. Kell, kick is up, and it is right into the All-State hands from 42 yards out. 14-10, Kansas State leads it, but TCU gets on the board right before the end of the first half. That's a big possession there from TCU to get points on the board. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. TCU to kick it off here with 29 seconds to go in the first half, trailing by 4. It's a little squib kick, fielded at the 14-yard line, out across the 20, 25, 30, and wrestled down there. 25 seconds left from your own 30. We'll see what Kansas State decides to do with it. Dun, 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 dun. Three receivers left here for Will Howard. Deuce Vaughn in the backfield to Howard's right. Howard takes a snap, steps up in the pocket, and he'll take off with it out across the 35, out of bounds at about the 36. With 2 timeouts here and 18 seconds, Kansas State can try to do something here to get back their 7-point lead. Howard steps back, and he'll get sacked back at the 24-yard line. And that should end the half. It's Horton again, his second sack of the first half. And that will indeed wind the clock down to all zeros to end the first half. It's 14-10, Kansas State at the halftime break. TCU 12-0, looking for a college football playoff berth, sitting at number 3 in the standings right now. Kansas State at number 10. And we shall see what happens in the second half. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Do-do-do. 14-10, Kansas State at the half. If we got anybody in the chat, hit me with some questions. Let's get some discussion going. Halftimes are always super boring. Actually, wait, is TC we could watch Oklahoma Villanova basketball. We could watch what else could we watch? We watch the MAC championship. Is that game can't be at half. That game can't be at half still, right? We watch Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. That's a good movie. Play-by-play on that. Let's go to the MAC championship, see what's going on there. Oh, it's at the half too? Brother. All right. Let's go to Villanova, Oklahoma. Maybe. Actually, here. We'll go to South Carolina, Georgetown. Because that game's almost over and it's like a 3-point game. 3-point game, South Carolina and Georgetown. We're taking a little bit of a halftime break here. Georgetown basketball trailing 64-61 with a minute 52 to go here in the basketball game. Pass down low to the block. Foul called on South Carolina. Georgetown, it looks like, is not in the bonus yet, or maybe just got to it. Looks like maybe this will be 1-1 here for Georgetown, and it is. First free throw up, and it rattles out. South Carolina with the 3-point lead and the ball, minute 42 to go. Jim Leonard is staying at Wisconsin. Fuck. Means the Packers can't steal him. South Carolina working the ball around here, top of the key. I don't know any of the South Carolina or Georgetown players, so forgive me for that. Left wing, top of the key, gonna have to fire a deep three. Got it off, and it rattles out. Georgetown the rebound. Trailing by 3, Georgetown. At home here against South Carolina. Another layup here for Georgetown. Another nice attack of the low block. And Georgetown cuts the lead to 1. Under a minute to go here. 54 seconds and counting. Brandon Murray picked up the bucket there for Georgetown. South Carolina still just working the ball around here at the top of the key. Kicks it back out. Now right wing. Back up top. Drive. Dish underneath. Deflected and out of bounds. It'll stay South Carolina ball, but a nice deflection there from Georgetown. The Hoyas trail by 1. Timeout South Carolina to draw something up from underneath the basket. Toledo, by the way, leads Ohio 10-7 at the half, while Kansas State leads TCU 14-10 at the half in the Big 12 championship game, the game that we were watching before this. Oh, also, I believe this is an FCS game, FCS playoffs. Holy Cross led New Hampshire 5-7 at the half. New Hampshire had 49 total yards and 5 points. They were three. They had 3 first downs, and Holy Cross, who was leading, 7-5, was 0 of 3 on 4th downs. And rightly so, the Sickos committee is all over that one. Getting outgained 176-49, and you're losing 7-5 at the half. You know, they're playing it Every Time We Kiss. Time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I can fly. Can't you hear my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Song slaps. South Carolina at inbound here. 37 seconds to go. 7 on the shot clock. South Carolina up by 1. Gets it into the low block. Turnaround jumper. No good. Offensive rebound for South Carolina. A fresh 20 seconds here with the game clock at 30. About a 12-second differential, and there's a foul out near midcourt by Spears. And it looks like a 1-and-1 here for South Carolina with 24 seconds to go. Gamecocks with the 1-point lead. Big offensive rebound there for South Carolina. First free throw is coming. Michi Johnson, first free throw, no good. Georgetown the rebound, and the shot clock is off for the Hoyas. 20 seconds to go. Hoyas can win it with any bucket. 64-63, South Carolina leads. Crossover, step back jumper from the free throw line. It rattles in. 5.7 to go. South Carolina pushing the tempo. And they throw it away. Georgetown will take over with 2.6 to go. Oh, man, what an ending in Georgetown. The nation's capital gets a good one here. Georgetown, with 2.6 to go, they're going to take a look at it. It looked pretty clear to me it was out on South Carolina. The crossover jumper from the free throw line. Nasty move. Rims around it in. And you know what I like about that? He didn't wait until the buzzer. He found his shot, took it, 5.7 to go, and then out in transition, they actually had the transition outlet. It was there. It was there for South Carolina. The throw was just beyond the outstretched arms of the Gamecock player running down the floor, and I believe this will be Georgetown basketball with 2.6 to go and a 1-point lead. Jay Heath, the potential game winner here for Georgetown, the Hoyas. As they're taking a look at this to see if it was deflected. Can they review for a foul? Is that what they're looking at? This was very obviously out on South Carolina, thrown out of bounds. But the Georgetown defender running back in football definitely would have been called for defensive holding. Are they looking for a foul? Because He's got a left handful of the jersey. Or are they checking the clock? They might be checking the clock here. What an absolute banger from Georgetown and South Carolina. Two teams that, again, I know absolutely nothing about. They're a combined 7-8 on the season. 3-4 South Carolina, 4-4 Georgetown. They are taking a long time on this replay. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. They're calling the coaches to the midfield, or the midfield line, the center circle. With Seven Nation Army in the background. What is... It's going to be a flagrant foul on Georgetown. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's 2 shots for South Carolina, down by 1. They put 3.8 back on the game clock. Hayden Brown with 2 free throws here for South Carolina, as it's a flagrant foul. First free throw. Rims in. Tie game. 3.8 to go. Second free throw. Brown, free throw. Missed it short. And now South Carolina will get the ball off of the flagrant foul. And with 3.8 to go, the Gamecocks are going to have a chance to win it. They will inbound in front of their own bench. Timeout called by South Carolina to draw it up. Boy, we got ourselves a hell of a basketball game to tune into at the half of the Big 12 championship game. 65 apiece with 3.8 to go. South Carolina in Georgetown, in D.C., looking to get back to 500 on the season. Wow, what a game. What a game we turned into. Wait, did Georgetown lose to Coppin State on a buzzer beater? Oh, no, they went to overtime on a buzzer beater against Coppin State. They ended up winning in overtime, though. Okay, I was going to say, thank God. No disrespect to Coppin State, but that's not a game that Georgetown should be losing. DB2 Cyclone women have a chance at basketball gold. If you mean a national championship, I actually do genuinely think we have a team that can win a national championship. It was a really bad loss that they suffered against North Carolina, though. Inbound. Turnaround jumper. Rims, no. Putback, no. Off the front of the iron, and we're going to overtime. Free basketball in Washington, D.C. Did you see Portland Bible lose to Portland State? I didn't see the game. I saw the 38-0 run on YouTube to start the game, and then I saw the final was like 114 to like 32. The front of the rim denies South Carolina 3 times over in the final 4 seconds. I don't know that the putback would have been in time anyway, but the front of the rim denied him anyway. As I'm going to head back to the Big 12 championship game here as soon as it gets going again. Looks like they're in a commercial break at the moment. So we'll stick with South Carolina. The game was hilarious. I mean, a 38-0 run is pretty hilarious to start the game. Dun. TBH, I used to really love basketball. It was my favorite sport, but the NBA has really made me start hating it. Now I don't watch anymore. I watch college basketball a lot. I watch a lot of college basketball. I don't watch hardly any professional basketball. I watch a lot of college basketball. By the way, World Cup update. Argentina and Australia are underway in Qatar. It is 0-0 in the first 10 minutes of that one. I would expect Argentina to win that. But we shall see. We've seen upsets aplenty here in this World Cup, including this Argentina team that lost to Saudi Arabia in the group stage. Yeah, I watch a lot of college basketball. I watch a lot of college basketball. I watch a lot of women's college basketball. I do not watch any pro basketball hardly at all until the playoffs. I watch playoff NBA basketball, but that's about it. Don't sleep on the Aussies. I would love it if Australia won. I definitely want Australia to win. They are like the only other country in the world that calls it soccer. So that's a plus for them. Ball popped up in the air here. Georgetown with a turnover or takeaway here, excuse me. $15 turnovers for South Carolina today have led to 23 Georgetown points. Kick out. Right wing 3, left it short, and no rebound for Georgetown. Transition layup here for South Carolina. 67-65. As we'll take a look here. Looks like we're about to get underway with the second half of the Big 12 championship game. So we will be heading back to Arlington here in just a moment. Georgetown layup answer. Tie ball game with under 4 to go in overtime. We are going to go ahead and head back to Kansas State and TCU, the Purple People Eaters on both sides of the ball here in the Big 12 championship game. Kansas State leads it entering the third quarter, 14-10. TCU got a touchdown on their opening drive and then a field goal on their closing drive, and not much in between. TCU offense, first drive 7 points, last 6 drives 3 points. If Hunter Deckers needed you to pay for his order at Chipotle, would you do it? I don't think that violates any college rules. Yeah, sure. I don't think that violates any rules, so yeah, why not? Zettner kicks it into the end zone. It's fielded about 4 yards deep and will be returned out and tripped up out across the 10-yard line. The K-State special teams continues to be a difference maker. Ball at their own 13-yard line. TCU with the opening possession of the second half. Duggan will start it off in the pistol, 2 receivers each side. Kendre Miller the back, and he'll get the carry up the middle, and not a lot of room at all. K-State all over it defensively. No gain on the play. DB, would you hate me if I say women's basketball is boring? I wouldn't hate you for it. I mean, I think there's a case to be made that it's boring, right? I mean, it's not as fast paced as men's basketball. You know, there's not, the transitions are a little bit slower. It's not as back and forth. Duggan airing one out. My goodness, overthrowing his man. That's Davis on the near sideline. 3rd and 9, upcoming for the Horned Frogs. Right, I mean, you don't have the like high flying dunks, you don't have you don't have the super quick transitions back and forth. So I mean, I definitely understand why people would think it's boring. I've just really gotten invested in it because Iowa State's women's team is really good. And also, I've been covering it for Wide Right Natty Light the last couple of years. Oh, that's going to be a fumble. That's going to be a fumble and a safety. Kansas State picks up the safety as Duggan tried to scramble with the football. Tried to get rid of it at the last moment. But I think Justin Moore, was it? Knocks the football free here. Number 41. No, Duggan never lets go of the football. That's going to be a fumble backwards into the end zone for a safety. That's going to be a safety for Kansas State. I think this is a fumble. Duggan stinks. He's not been good today. This is going to be a fumble for a safety, and Kansas State's going to be up by 6 here. I'm applying to work for Wide Right and Natty Light. Will I make it? I mean, I have no say in that, so maybe. I have no idea. I don't actually know if we're looking for anybody to write for anything at the moment, so actually probably not. But I have absolutely no say in that. I am merely a contributor. I do post-mortem for football. I do the occasional recap and preview for women's basketball, and I contribute on the stuff that we do as like a full group, and that's about it. Every Iowa State fan I know wants Matt Campbell needs to be fired. Then, and you're hanging out with the wrong Iowa State fans. If every Iowa State fan you know wants Matt Campbell to be fired, you're hanging with the wrong Iowa State fans. You're hanging with some of the. Wow. Wow. They overturn it saying the passer's hand was moving forward. That is crazy. Wow. So what I've learned from this. Wow. Malik Knowles and Boy Doe, the corner, are both out for the game for Kansas State. DB, I'm trying to take your job. I mean, I'd appreciate it if you didn't. It's what I got. It is what it is. But yeah, so hold on. Do I have my football in here? I do. Hold on. Let me reach over here. So my football is super flat, by the way, so don't judge. But so basically what they're saying is Duggan, when he goes to throw it, he brings his hand back and he's bringing it forward. But the ball never leaves his hand, and then the defensive player hits the ball out of his hand backwards. And basically what they're saying is even though he's got possession of the ball, the only thing that matters is his hand coming forward. So, I don't know. That's an interesting call. K-State picks up the first down. DB, if I take your job, will I be banned? No, probably not. I mean, I can't ban the people that are like the only people that ever hang out in this chat. Because then I won't have any viewers. But, yeah, that's interesting to me because normally what happens is when the QB's arm is going forward, they'll get their arm hit, and then the ball will fly out, and then they'll call it incomplete because their hand was going forward. But it's not often that you see. Oh, and tripped up is Senate, excuse me. The RPO is working wonders here for Kansas State. Sinnott right up the seam, gets tripped up inside the 25, or he'd have gone to the house. They'll mark it right at the 25. A quad stack here on the near side for K-State. Howard looking end zone over. Touchdown Kansas State. Garcia comes down with it. And Kansas State says, why have 2 points when we could have 6? Touchdown Wildcats as they put the pressure on TCU. It's 20-10. There is a flag down. A quad receiver set, one of them being Garcia, that he'll come over the middle. Deep post route there from Garcia. The throw even was a little behind him, but he goes up and gets it. There is a flag, though. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense. So K-State will be kicking off from midfield here as they'll add the extra point, and it looks like ESPN is ahead of my broadcast there because ESPN already says it's 21-10. But yeah, what a bad call. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. Bama and OSU have to play each other. Yeah, winner gets in. but not over TCU, over USC. But kick is up and good. ESPN did not lie to me. But yeah, that's such an interesting call. That's such an interesting call. TCU going to be out. So here was my thought process. I said immediately after USC lost that if TCU lost, they'd be out. Which means, by the way, for those of you curious, if TCU loses this game by any amount, by 11 like they are now, by 20 like they could be, by one singular point, I believe that both Ohio State and Alabama will get in. And TCU and USC will be left out. Could LSU get in if they beat Georgia? Even with 3 losses. I don't think LSU can get in. I really don't think LSU can get in, which I think is really, really funny because you're exactly right. They do have 3 losses, and I think that's exactly why they wouldn't get in. But it would be really funny if the SEC champ didn't make the playoffs. That would be really funny if LSU beat Georgia and didn't get in despite being SEC champs. I don't think they would get in. Here's what I will say. They would if there was only 4 teams with 1 or 2 losses or 0 losses. So if LSU was the first ranked 3-loss team and they were ranked like 6th right now, they would get in. They would take a 3-loss SEC champ over a 1-loss Big 12 runner-up. If Bama gets in, my rage will be untethered and knows no bounds. Hey, I'm right there with you, AJ, but it is what it is. Here, I'm gonna see. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys this play. I don't know if I can. This stream might get taken down, but I think this is an important play to know. So hold on. I wanna show you guys this play. Hopefully my stream does not get taken down. I like to see you wiggle. Okay, so let's... Hold on, I want to show you guys this play. Oh! I did not mean to drag you over there. Get back. Okay. All right, so here's the play I'm talking about. So his arm, his whole arm is coming forward, but he never lets go of the ball. And then it gets batted backwards. I don't know. That's so interesting to me that's not ruled a. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I don't know. I mean, it didn't end up mattering too much, but yeah, that's interesting. I wouldn't DB. You're gonna get copyright strikes. I probably will be, honestly, but at this point, I don't care. Show us your emails. I'm not gonna show you my emails. I am not Hillary Clinton. I mean, what? Did you hear Cyclone Larry got arrested for a DUI? I did not hear that. Although I would hope that's not true. But yeah, that was an interesting play. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Honestly, I woke up. I'm Baker Mayfield there, AJ. I woke up feeling dangerous. So we're to hell with the copyright rules. No, I'm just kidding. All right, TCU down by 11 now with 11:40 to go in the third quarter. Duggan, handoff. And nothing doing for Kendre Miller. Nothing doing off the left side for Kendre Miller. Has Baker been good since he said that? No. No, he hasn't. But it's okay. I've never been good. So, like even for a game. I mean, he's had a couple of good games in there. Again, please do not mock my flat football. They call me the Tom Brady of Ames, Iowa. Duggan from the gun gets wrapped up and sacked. Azama, who else, picks up the sack. And Kansas State continues to shut down the TCU offense. Man, oh man, oh man. We are going to have ourselves an interesting committee come tomorrow. There is going to be a lot of discussion being had over the top 4 teams in college football. And there is no doubt in my mind that it is not going to include Kansas State. Or it is not going to include TCU, excuse me. It's obviously not going to include Kansas State. Oh, the punt is muffed! And I think TCU's on it! And that's just the break the Horned Frogs needed. With Malik Knowles out for the game, the punt is muffed, and TCU is right back in it. Oh no, a special teams gaffe for the team known for special teams. Man, oh man, oh man. What would you do if the Packers drafted Stetson Bennett with their first round pick? Okay, so I discussed this earlier, Jay. I'm not sure if you were here or not. But for the Packers, I would start Jordan Love the rest of the year to see what you have in him. Because chances are you're going to be right around that 10th pick. So if you start him and you don't like him, you can try to trade up with that 10th pick or just use that 10th pick to draft a quarterback. Or because there's plenty of good quarterbacks this class. Or if you like Jordan Love, you can use that 10th pick on a wide receiver, say Quentin Johnston of TCU. Or you can use it on a safety. I don't know any good safeties in this draft class off the top of my head, but you're going to need a safety probably. Or you can use it on another position that you want, like tight end. Granted, I wouldn't take a tight end in the top 10 of the draft anyway, but you never know. That's a position that the Packers probably need to look at. Max Duggan, QB power, up the middle, gets to the 6 and no closer as TCU, in this discussion, has moved into the red zone, 2nd and goal. But yeah, so I don't know. An update from Argentina, Australia. A player was just writhing in pain, then the ball came close to them, and they got up and ran to the ball. That does not surprise me. That's pretty much what soccer is. Fake it till you make it, and if they don't buy it, just play it off like nothing happened. Max Duggan, handoff. Kendre Miller bounces outside, and Kendre Miller finds the end zone. Broken tackle to the pylon, and Kendre Miller gets us back within a score. TCU finds the spark that they needed off of the muffed punt, and a great block by Wiley on the edge. Whew! Kendre Miller finding the corner. And TCU back within a score. It's 21-16 pending the extra point. And it is up and it is good from TCU. 21-17. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. And we've got ourselves a ball game once again following the muffed K-State punt. Game on in Arlington, Texas. Kansas State said the lights are too bright. Hey, you know, happens to all of us. Dun, 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 dun. DB, what's a moment when you said the lights are too bright in your career? Um, Boy, I don't know. I forgot. Okay. Freshman year of high school, I was in the musical. I did the musical at my high school, freshman, junior, and senior year. And freshman year, I was the lead role, and I thought I did it extraordinarily well, except for one performance that happened to be the one that we recorded to distribute as a DVD to all the people that were in it. And I forgot one of my lines in one of the songs, and so there's just like an awkward pause, and I got caught up in the moment. The lights were too bright. Forgot one of my lines in the song. It was like a back and forth like song thing, and I just completely missed my cue and didn't sing anything. And yeah, that was a moment was too bright for a freshman in high school playing the lead role in the musical. By the way, I was a fucking stud freshman year of high school getting the lead role in the musical. Just saying, that's pretty good. That's pretty good accomplishment. That's like highlight of the career. TB, are you the king of Ames? No, that's definitely not me. Not even close. Not even close. There's probably what's the did you get fired? I did not get fired. Hold on. Let's see. Population of Ames, Iowa. 66,000. Okay, I'm assuming that's including like students in them. But let's just go with that. So there's 66,000 people in Ames. There's probably like less than 1,000 that know who I am. That's not very king-like of me. Although, senior year of high school, I was a homecoming king candidate. So I was almost the king of Marshalltown for like a year. But I did not win because I'm not popular. Although, I don't know, maybe I was, and I just undersell it. I mean, I was a homecoming king candidate, so they must have memed on me pretty hard. Kickoff fielded inside the 5 and returned out close to the 30. Can you sing for us? I mean, I can try to sing for you. It's not going to be very good, but we'll how about end of the third quarter? End of the third quarter, we'll do a sing along. We'll do like some sort of karaoke thing. How about that? You guys pick out a song. Has to be appropriate and has to be one that I know. But I will say I do know quite a few songs. So, how about that? End of the third quarter, I'll do a sing along. Will Howard flips it out near side. It is caught. That's Brooks, and he's run out of bounds. Picks up close to a little over 5, maybe 6 on that one. Second and 4 from their own 34-yard line. Will Howard in the pistol. Deuce Vaughn behind him. He'll get the carry up the middle. First down, K-State. Falls forward close to the 40. Man. I will say, like, I gained so much in doing, like, musical stuff in, like, school, in, like, middle school and high school. But part of me definitely wish. Can you sing "I Wish It Was Christmas Today"? Is that a song? Will Howard fires over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Will Howard gets away with another one there. I wish it was Christmas today. Julian Casablancas. I don't know if I know this song. I don't know if I know that one. I'll definitely do a Christmas song, though. I am all about Christmas songs. Will Howard handoff Deuce Vaughn, right side. He picks up about 3, and it'll be third and medium here for Kansas State. TCU with the momentum. Can they get the ball back to go with it? Third down and 7. DB, I am trash if I was not. I am trash. DB, am I trash? Oh, am I trash? Sorry. Will Howard steps back. Rolling to his right. He'll look to take off with it across the 45-50 and gets the first down. DB, am I trash if I was not in a musical? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Will you be going live on Christmas? So, here's the deal. My dad is having his second knee surgery like 3 days before Christmas. So, basically what that means, caught by Brooks, picks up about 4 there on first down. Basically what that means is I will be not here from probably December 22nd to probably until classes start in the second week of January-ish. Because I will have to be helping my dad around the house with his knee surgery. Deuce Vaughn picks up about another 3, and it'll be 3rd and 3. What do you think of Kanye West's comments? I think Kanye West needs serious help. And I think that obviously his comments are well out of line. And I think he needs serious help. Because I genuinely do not think that a rational human being that is functioning properly could have the comments and opinions that Kanye West has been sharing. So I do genuinely think that Kanye West needs serious like mental and emotional help with whatever he needs. As Deuce Vaughn does not pick up the first down, it'll be 4th and about 1.5 here for Kansas State. Do you recommend taking a gap semester year? So I recommend it if you have a plan. Because what'll end up happening is if you take a gap year, if you have a job, it works out okay. Because even if you decide to then not go back to school, you're still in a job. If you don't have a job and you're, say, Giddens will take the 1st or 4th down carry and he'll pick it up. So K-State will keep the chains moving here as we are under the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. But so like with me, when I've taken plenty of gap semesters and gap years, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. But I think that taking a gap semester or gap year is fine as long as you have a plan. Because, like, the thing about a gap year or a gap semester is that, like, a lot of times you take that gap year and then you don't want to go back to school. So, like, if you have a plan to, like, take a gap year and then go back to school or, like, you know, something like that, make sure you have, like, a plan or a layout. Like, make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure it's not just, like, a gap year that turns into a I'm not going to go to school for anything for the rest of my life. And not to say that that's a bad thing. I think there's plenty of opportunities for people that don't go to school for 4 years. But that's why it's so important to like have that job if you're taking a gap year, or to like know that you could have a job with that gap year. So, I mean, I don't know. I think the best thing to do is go from high school to 2 years of community college to finishing up at a 4-year university. If that is a possible outline for you and your school and your education, I definitely recommend that, and I think that's a very, very good way to go about it. Otherwise, if you just want to go straight to a 4-year university, I would suggest Will Howard sacked back at the 45. D Winners on the blitz. And nobody picked him up. It'll be TCU ball after a 4th down punt coming here for Kansas State. No field goal chance for the Wildcats. Comes untouched off the blind side. And a massive sack for TCU. But, yeah, I mean, it all just comes down to what you want to do. Like, if what you want to work in and what you want to go towards, like me, is journalism, and it's a 4-year thing, and you need a 4-year degree to, like, get anything productive in it, I would say high school, 2-year college, or like community college, and then 4-year university is the best course of action. Should you take a gap semester with no job lined up but planning on getting one, or is that too risky? Again, it kind of depends, right? Because, like, if you're like, say you're living with your parents, right, and you're like still in your hometown, you could probably get away with not having a job lined up, because depending on your parents or depending on who you're living with, like they might not require rent or they might not whatever. So you can kind of get away with it. But what you don't want to end up happening is it just never amounts to a job, it never amounts to school, and then you just kind of sit in your parents' basement until you're 30, right? Like, you don't want to be that person. So I think it's fine. I just make sure it doesn't build up, you know. But yeah, I think if you wanted to do a gap year, or I'll play devil's advocate here. Say you wanted to take a gap year. You get a job, and then you can work for a couple of years, and then you can just go straight to a 4-year university. So then instead of taking a gap year, you take a gap 2 years. You take a gap year and a half. And then you have money saved up and you kind of know how the real world works. And then you can go to school and you have some money to pay off, and you might not have to take out as much student loans and stuff like that. I think that's another way that you could go about it. But yeah, like I said, I think high school, community college, 4-year university is an ideal path. If not, you go high school, take a gap year, work for a year, whatever, work for a semester, and then see where it goes from there. Another good thing about a gap year is it kind of lets you sort of figure out what you want to do. So like me, I didn't really know what I was going to do, and that's kind of why community college is there, to kind of help with that. But I mean, even after a semester of community college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. After a year of community college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I took a gap year in community college, figured out kind of what I wanted to do, and then went from there. So, who has the worst mental health of these three? Antonio Brown, Kyrie, and Kanye. Okay, this is a tough one. I would say Kyrie Irving has the best. He has the least worst mental health. And then, boy, I don't know. Kanye and Antonio Brown are both pretty bad. Can they just tie? Can we do a tie? I think Kyrie is like here, and then like Antonio Brown and Kanye are like here. Like they're like a step above him as far as worst mental health. But they're all pretty. Well, okay, so I guess part of it is like I think Kyrie has fine mental health. I just think a lot of his opinions are stupid. Kyrie's a definite narcissist, and that's probably true. I think all three of those guys, that's probably true. But like I feel like Kyrie has the best purely because it's not like Duggan gonna air one out. Quentin Johnston, he's got him open. Quentin Johnston tripped up at the 30-yard line of Kansas State. Max Duggan took a massive shot as he let it go. Oh my, what a play. Max Duggan a little shaken up. He'll jog up to the line of scrimmage though. He looks like he's telling his teammates he's good to go. But man, he took a massive hit right as he released that football. Oh God. That's a brutal shot from Max Duggan. "51 yards down to the K-State 29. Kendre Miller picks up about 3. Do you think LeBron should shut up and dribble? So, I don't know. I don't like the term shut up and dribble just because it sounds a lot meaner than what people mean by it. Like, I don't know. I feel like so here's the thing, right? And I hate getting political because I know how divisive politics can be. Duggan, RPO slant, throws incomplete. But here's my whole thing, right? Is I prefer it when politics are not in my sports or in my games or in my everyday life. The fact of the matter is politics are pretty much always going to be a part of that. So I appreciate the whole like stick to what you're good at like type thing. But like at the same time I also see the other side of it is like they're people. They have opinions and they're more than welcome to share them. But like I don't know. I feel like using Johnston end zone incomplete TC and a late flag. Let's see what the call is here. I think this is going to be defensive pass interference on Brents. I think this is going to be on Julius Brents here on Quentin Johnston. But yeah, like I more than understand that people are welcome to have their opinions, and whether or not people agree or disagree with them is not really their control. So like, for instance, if I don't agree with LeBron, or if I don't agree with Aaron Rodgers, or if I don't agree with Tom Brady, like they don't really care. Like it doesn't matter. But they're welcome. Like I don't know. I feel like shut up and dribble is like a stupid term because like I feel like it matters more when they talk about it than if they talk about it. Max Duggan, shotgun snap, looks over the middle. Now he'll look to run. Duggan gonna take off with it, and he gets wrestled down right at the line of scrimmage, and he doesn't think he was down, but they blew it dead. But yeah, I think it matters a hell of a lot more when you talk about it than if you talk about it. Duggan didn't think he was down and they whistled it dead, but there's not a whole lot they can do about that because they blew the whistle. Duggan takes a snap. Handoff. DeMercado picks up about 3, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Let's see if Duggan was down here. I think his backside, his back end might have been down there, but he did a good job selling it, but the officials were not buying it. But yeah, I think it matters a whole lot more when they talk about it than if they talk about it. What do you think about the WWE going woke? I don't watch the WWE, so it doesn't really matter a whole lot to me. That's what I think about it. By the way, Argentina leads Australia at the half, 1-0. Any advice for approaching a crush? Well, AJ, you are talking to master of getting friend zoned. David Braga right now. So no, I'll be honest. I genuinely don't have any advice. Because every time that I've done it, it's ended in disaster. John Cena came out and said if you aren't a Democrat, he doesn't want you to watch him. Wait, is that true? Is that true? Because if that's true, that's pretty stupid. John Cena. I'm paraphrasing? Okay. Because if he actually said that, that's pretty dumb. Oh yeah, what song are we singing here, fellas? I don't think I know this Christmas song. I wish it was Christmas today. I don't think I know that one. Ba-na-na-da-na-na. He just said he hates Republicans. See, I don't know. I feel like it's comments like that that just divide it even more, and like that's just not helping. Sing the Moroccan national anthem. I definitely don't know the Moroccan national anthem. I know like I know like pop songs. I know country songs. I know some like oldies songs. I know some rock song, not really rock, but like soft rock. You guys are about to miss your window. Sing As It Was by Harry Styles. I think I know that song. Max Duggan from the 8-yard line, 3rd and 7. TCU trailing by 4. 3 receivers right. Duggan floats it far side. It's intercepted by Julius Brents. Oh, what a bad throw by Max Duggan. Sing Bet on It. Like the High School Musical song, or is there another one? The High School Musical one? Yeah, I could do that. I could do that one. That one I could definitely do. Hold on, I just gotta pull up the lyrics. All right, well, since Mad Max Duggan seems to be wanting to throw... No? AJ says no, Jay. I don't know. That seems like a... I don't know if that's a no because of the Max Duggan pick or if it's a no because it's Bet on It from High School Musical 2. Deuce Vaughn here running right. He'll pick up about a yard. Yes, High School Musical. Hold on, AJ, I need confirmation if this is because of High School Musical or if it's because of the interception. That's a big interception, and it's by Julius Brents, the guy who just got called for defensive pass interference. Oh, I was talking about the game. All right. So we're doing Bet on It then. All right. All right, this is going to be awful because I'm sick, too, as Brooks picks up the first down for K-State. Oh, God, this is going to be so bad. Always talking me. Everybody's trying to get in my head. Wanna listen to my own heart talking. I need to count on myself instead. Lose yourself to get what you want. Get on a ride, then wanna get off. Push away the ones you should have held close. Did you ever let go? Did you ever not know? I'm not gonna stop, that's who I am. I'll give it all I got, that is my plan. Will I find what I lost you? No, you can't. Bet on it, bet on it, bet on it, bet on me. I'm gonna make it right, that is the way to turn my life around. Today is the day. Am I the type of guy who means what I say? Bet on it, bet on it, bet on it, bet. We're taken. Should I question every move I make? I wanna lost, my heart is breaking. I don't wanna make the same mistake. But to dream would ever come true. Blame the world, but never blame you. Try to live a lie again. I don't want to win this game if I can't play it my way. I'm not gonna stop, that's who I am. I'll give it all I got, that is my plan. Will I find what I lost you? No, you can't. Bet on it, bet on it, bet on it, bet on me. I'm gonna make it right, that is the way to turn my life around. Today is the day. Am I the type of guy who means what I say? Bet on it, bet on it, bet on it, bet on it. Hold up. Do my own thing. Bring it on down. Dance break. Gotta do my own thing. Hold up. Doom. Da-da-doom. It's no good at all to see yourself and recognize your face. Out on my own, it's such a scary place. Ooh, the answers are all inside of me. Deuce Vaughn inside the 20 makes the man miss. Touchdown, Kansas State. Deuce Vaughn puts the exclamation mark on TCU, and the Kansas State Wildcats go up 2 scores yet again. The 44-yard touchdown from Deuce Vaughn. He takes it left side off the handoff from Will Howard. Makes a cut, finds a massive hole off the left side, makes one man miss in the secondary, and Deuce Vaughn houses it from 44 yards out. And now K-State retakes their 11-point lead. Sorry, I had to interrupt my own singing because Deuce Howard houses it. And probably, maybe, ends the Big 12's chances at the college football playoff. But we'll see. W singing, goated. You guys are too kind. You guys are far too kind. Far too kind. Chicken, try my jersey, chicken and swear again. BK, have it your way. Dum 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 dum. By the way, just gonna throw this out here. Deuce Vaughn had 23 yards against Iowa State, and he had 44 in that carry. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I am the ultimate, by the way, I am the ultimate shower singer. I'm the ultimate not singing in front of people singer. That's a lie. I sing in front of people too. I sing all the damn time. Like, you can ask my roommates. They're probably sick of it, honestly. 28-17, TCU needing 2 scores and needing them fast with 11 and a half to go here in the Big 12 championship game. TCU's going to get a free play here, and Duggan's going to chuck one, and it'll be incomplete, but it'll be a free 5 yards here for TCU anyway. Second and 1, handoff. Nice cut there by Kendre Miller. First down, TCU. Another defensive pass interference there on Kansas State. So it'll be 1st and 10 TCU into K-State territory. Max Duggan, incomplete. It's dropped. Thompson Conwright has it go through his hands. That's another miss downfield from these quarterbacks. And oh man, Duggan, this one's actually pretty good throw. That's one you got to come down with. Oh man. Duggan's going to be, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, Julius had another pick, but it goes through his hands. Julius Brents. Well overthrown there from Duggan. Man, Max Duggan, so many overthrows today, and so many times he's had open guys. And this time he just overthrows everybody. And 4th and 10, TCU's going to be going for it here with 10 minutes to go. Max Duggan needing 10. Fires over the middle. It's caught. What a catch. Barber took a massive shot, and he is down. Tay Barber still down getting looked at as we will cut to a commercial break here. Ball at the 30-yard line here for TCU, trailing by 11. Duggan scrambles out to his right, looking to take off with it. Gets inside the 25-20. Makes the man miss. Duggan inside the 10 to the 5 and tackled down close to the 5. But there is a flag. And it's going to be a hold on TCU. Wow. Man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Wow. K-State is really coming after Max Duggan this drive. And this half, really. (28-17), K-State leads it. Ball at the 40, Duggan dumps it underneath to Kendre Miller, makes one man miss to the 35, and wrestled out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Third and forever here for TCU, excuse me. Duggan throws high. It's caught. It'll be fourth and about 3-4 here. It'll be an interesting call here for TCU. They could kick the field goal and go down by 8 and then need the 2-point conversion. And they are going to send the kicker out. Kick is up, and it slides its way inside the left upright to make it an 8-point game. Seven and a half to go. 7.5 minutes to go in the Big 12 season. Deuce Vaughn swallowed up in the backfield. Play fake. Throws over the middle. Caught. Complete. First down, K-State. Handoff, Deuce Vaughn up the middle. Deuce Vaughn springs forward for close to 6. Second and 4 here for Kansas State. Winding us down close to 5.5 minutes to go. Handoff to Deuce Vaughn running right. Looks to bounce it outside, and he can't do it. Perry brings him down in the backfield. Third and long here for Kansas State. 5.5 minutes to go. It'll be about 3rd and 6, maybe 7. I guess more 3rd and medium. Will Howard alone in the gun. He'll take the snap. Looking left. He'll loft one deep left side. Looking for Vaughn. Incomplete. Good coverage on the play. Perry in coverage. And TCU's going to get the ball back with a chance. Down by 8. Tay Barber, deep to receive. Massive kick fielded by Barber at about the 15-yard line. There is a flag down, so I'm guessing TCU's not going to start from the 15. Oh, it's on the kicking team, actually. So they won't start at the 15. They'll start at the 20. illegal formation on the punting team. Duggan's going to get a shot here. 5 minutes to go. Or just under, anyway. TCU trailing by 8. Toledo has upset and knocked off Ohio in the MAC championship. Down by 8. Max Duggan. Needing his Heisman moment. Down by 8. He'll keep it. Max Duggan across the 25-30 and wrestled down at the 34-35 yard line. Mad Max, check down. It's a great catch by Kendre Miller, but it's going to lose him about 5 yards. Throw was behind Kendre Miller, stuck his little big left arm out. Going deep. Quentin Johnston can't come down with it. Julius Brents again in coverage. And this time I think it's just a drop by Quentin Johnston. Oh, maybe did Brents get his right arm in there? He did. He did. That looks like it should be DPI, but it's not called there. Third and 15 here. TCU, unlike in the first half, has been much better with their timeouts. They do have all 3 left. So it's not entirely four down territory yet. Duggan, all day, now rolls in the pocket, steps up across the 35-40. Duggan, he's going to be about 1.5 yards short. And now a decision. 4th and about 2 here, maybe. It'll be 4th and 2 from your own 43. Duggan's going for it here with TCU. 2 receivers each side. Duggan in the gun. Takes the snap. QB draw. Max Duggan, first down across midfield to the 45-40. And wrestled down at the 37-yard line. TCU. Max Duggan. First down, Horned Frogs, into K-State territory. Duggan launches. Hudson, touchdown! Oh, but there's going to be an offensive pass interference on Hudson as Duggan got lit up again. There's going to be a push-off here on TCU. Oh, man. Oh, man. TCU fans can't believe it, but I think that's the right call. What I don't think is the right call is 15 yards for OPI. That's way too far. Duggan, handoff. DeMarcado. He'll get back into K-State territory and picks up about 5, and it'll be 2nd and 20. TCU fans still booing. Again, I think that was the right call. Duggan rolls out to his left, looking to take off with it, out across the 40. Max Duggan, first down. Max Duggan inside the 10. Max Duggan. Oh, my, Mad Max. Through all of the hits that keep on coming, Max Duggan just keeps coming back harder. No defense down the left sideline, and Mad Max Duggan takes it into the red zone inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, TCU with just over 2 minutes left. 28-20, TCU trails by 8. Mad Max Duggan runs it left side. Max Duggan, touchdown TCU! Max Duggan. Oh my, TCU just will not go away. Max Duggan, the Council Bluffs, Iowa native. Oh my, Max Duggan. Can they pick up the 2-point conversion? Duggan, play fake. Looks wide open. It's good. Tie ball game with 1:51 to go. And Max Duggan. Max Duggan absolutely destroyed on every other play here. Mad Max Duggan asserting himself into the Heisman race and almost assuredly into the Heisman house with this drive alone. And the 2-point conversion to Wiley after the penalty yardage. Max Duggan ran for 95 yards on that drive. They lost 15 yards for offensive pass interference, and they lost 10 for holding. Wow. Mad Max Duggan. Wow. Kickoff is away. Fielded at the 2, out across the 10 to the 15-20. Brooks to the 25-30, close to the 35-yard line. K-State with 1:45. First and 10, handoff, Deuce Vaughn looking for the corner, and he'll pick up about 5 off the left side. Stays in bounds, clock continues to run. Good Lord. Will Howard rolling. Flips it for Deuce Vaughn, and it's out of bounds and incomplete. 3rd and 4. Can they get the ball back for Max Duggan with a minute to go? Third and 4 from their own 40-yard line. Kansas State. Do they dare give the ball back to Max Duggan? And a chance for TCU to win it. Howard takes the snap, looking left, throws slant, caught. Deuce Vaughn into TCU territory to the 47. Howard, straight drop. Rolling out to his right, directing traffic, floats it upfield. It's incomplete. He was looking for RJ Garcia, who has a touchdown in this game, but it's just off the fingertips. Wow. Second and 10. 55 seconds remaining. Will Howard backpedaling, and he'll dump it down. It was a screen to Deuce Vaughn, but he just had nowhere to go with it. And this will be 3rd and 10 now with 50 seconds left. Again. Will Howard in the gun, empty set. Timeout is called by Kansas State from the sideline. 50 seconds to go. 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats in a tie ball game. Overtime looming. Can one of the Purples come up with a big play to end this game in regulation? Will Howard in the gun alone. TCU brings 4. Will Howard throws. It's incomplete. Off the fingertips of Cade Warner. And with 4th and 10 here, Kansas State's going to punt it away, and TCU's going to have a chance. Just too high off the fingertips of Cade Warner. Oh, oh my. Oh me, oh my. K-State punting. Back to Max Duggan. Barber lets it go, and it's caught at about the 5-yard line. 95 yards to go for Max Duggan in 38 seconds with 3 timeouts. Max Duggan, the first player with 250-plus passing yards and 100-plus rushing yards in a conference championship game since Deshaun Watson in Clemson, or at Clemson in 2015. Max Duggan, 94.5 yards away for TCU, and Sonny Dykes will call a timeout here. Oh, God. Max Duggan's right elbow is just red. Like, it's just blood. It's just blood right here. And they're going to take a kneel here. Heading to overtime in Arlington. Free football in the Big 12 championship game. Man, oh man, oh man. Free football in the Big 12 championship game after an 80-yard touchdown game-tying drive. On the 7-year anniversary of the Motown Miracle. What happened? We're going to overtime, Jay. We're going to overtime. All tied up at 28. Max Duggan. Man, he is that dude. Max Duggan is, in fact, that guy. He is that guy, pal. He is that guy. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Damn, let's go. Let's go, baby. Mad Max Duggan led the drive. So there was 2 penalties on TCU's drive that went 80 yards. Even a loss in OT should be good enough for TCU to make it. You say that. Does Max Duggan have an NFL future? I think after today, he definitely does. Tails is the call from Adrian Martinez. It is tails. TCU first down to start overtime here in the Big 12 championship game. He's from Iowa. He is Council Bluffs, Iowa native Max Duggan. I'll never forget, I think it was his freshman year at TCU. He started a game in, I think, October. He started a game. And I got an email, because my email's public. There's a lot of places that have my email. There was an email. I got an email from a TCU fan. I'm actually gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up so I can read the whole thing. I'm not gonna show you guys the email because, like I said, it's all public. But I'll see if I can find it here. Max Duggan, handoff. Kendry Miller inside the 15 to the 10. It'll be first and goal, TCU. Okay. So I got an email in October of 2019. Yay, DB is showing us his emails. I'm not showing you the email, but I will read it. I will read it. I don't remember what this was for or what this was about. Max Duggan from the 10. Give to Kendre Miller. Picks his way forward to the 6. As a native Texan who lived in Des Moines for 10 years, I'm qualified to submit an opinion. What we've learned, TCU versus Iowa State. A team should never enter a fresh football season with an Iowa kid at quarterback. When TCU hung their 2019 campaign hopes on a QB from Council Bluffs, knowledgeable football fans in Dallas-Fort Worth knew the season was forfeit. Max Duggan from the 6. He'll take the snap. Little bit of a confusion there. Max Duggan looking for the corner. Max Duggan reaches down at the 1. They mark him just shy of the goal line. 3rd and goal from the 1 upcoming. The best high school quarterback kid in Iowa would have a difficult time becoming a starter in most of the competitive high school programs in Texas. No FBS school in Iowa. Oh, I think that might be a touchdown. They might have to look at this one. They might have to look at this one. Oh, my. They've got it just inside the 1, and TCU's going to have to call their timeout with the play clock expiring. Okay. Okay, I will continue to read from this email. No FBS school in Iowa even uses local talent at quarterback. Think about it. I recall native Iowan Kyle McCann. Starting for Ferentz and finally being booed by the ignorant black and gold faithful in Iowa City. Wow. In fact, the FBS programs in Iowa always have more out-of-state players on their squads than they do native Iowans. As well you know, Iowa is not a football state. It does not produce enough FBS talent to flesh out even one college football team, much less two. M. Duggan from Council Bluffs is over his head in the Big 12, as evidenced by his 3rd lackluster performance for TCU. How he ever wrangled a scholarship from Texas to a Texas FBS program is an excellent question. Iowa State is a mediocre football program, and their dominant performance over a lame TCU team will probably give them a false sense of accomplishment. TCU will suffer much, much worse defeats in the future, and the Cyclones will crash back down to the planet soon enough. I wish Duggan had gone to ISU or even Iowa. If he wasn't good enough to play in his home state, Joe Burrow was born in Ames, Iowa. Correct. But let me continue. I wish Duggan had gone to ISU or even Iowa. If he wasn't good enough to play for his home state, he definitely should not be suited up in Fort Worth. Iowa never was a football state. It never will be. Check the rosters of both the Cyclones and the Hickeyes. Yes, he said Hickeyes, not Hawkeyes. For immediate verification. While checking, count the number of native Iowan who have started under center for both squads. Now that TCU is dependent upon a mediocre Iowa talent at quarterback, I predict they will miss their bowl game this season. Best wishes for a moderate winter. G dude, football fan. And so that was in October. That was in Brocktober. Iowa State had just beaten TCU. And now, fast forward 2 months, almost 2 months to the day, to December of 2019. Back in October, you howled and gloated how the mighty Cyclones defeated a lackluster TCU team. The TCU quarterback was Max Duggan from Council Bluffs. I told you back in October, I'm not trying to fight this guy. I just always remember this email because it's the only email I've ever gotten from somebody that read something I wrote. He goes, the TCU quarterback was Max Duggan from Council Bluffs. I told you back in October that the Horned Frogs were in trouble with a native Iowan at the helm. As you may recall, during my 10 years in forlorn Iowa, I observed it is not a football state. Look at the rosters of FBS teams in Iowa for verification. When was the last time a native Iowan was under center in Ames or Iowa City? Supposedly, Duggan was a top QB prospect out of Iowa. In truth, he could not have started at any of the competitive high school programs in Texas. He flopped in Fort Worth. Just as I predicted, Duggan was generally ineffective in Cowtown, and TCU did not even qualify for a postseason appearance. Why an Iowa kid was given a scholarship anywhere in Texas has longtime fans scratching their heads. TCU ended the 2019 season with the worst passing stats in recent years. So sad. Iowa is a hick state, not a football state. The FBS teams in Iowa are only as good as the talent they can convince to come and play there. Outside of Iowa, no one thinks about college football programs in Ames or Iowa City. And at the end of the season, the Cyclones dropped out of the top 25. They should never have been there. The saving grace for the Hick Eyes is their powder puff Big Ten division. I don't know if this guy thinks I'm an Iowa fan, but I think it's really funny that he keeps saying Hick Eyes. The saving grace for the Hick Eyes is their powder puff Big Ten division. They face Purdue, Nebraska, and Northwestern while avoiding the elite teams of the conference. Imagine Iowa playing Ohio State and Michigan every year. The Hick Eyes are always overrated and usually embarrassed in bowl games against speed teams. Iowa is not a football state. Best wishes for a warm holiday season. I just want to know what this guy is thinking now that TCU is 12-0 with Max Duggan coming off of heart surgery, then 4 weeks later starting the season being 12-0 and now with a chance to go to the college football playoff and win the Big 12 championship game. I just want to know what that guy's thinking. And I kind of want to email him back now after 3 years and be like, hey, how'd that Iowa kid at quarterback work out for you? But instead I'll be an adult and not do that. Release his email? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna send that out there. I just think it's really funny that those emails were what I got in 2019. Max Duggan, handoff, Kendre Miller. He is right at the line. I don't think he got it, though. I don't think Kendre Miller got there. 4th down inside the 1. Let's take a look here. Oh, he's in! That's a touchdown. This is going to be a touchdown. If they review this, this will be a touchdown. This will be a touchdown. I think this will be a touchdown. I think this is going to be a touchdown. They should review this. Because he's not down, and then he reaches the ball. I think this should be a touchdown. I think they should look at this. What are you talking about, Kirk? Maybe he breaks it there. The full ball is across the line. This should be a touchdown. I think this is a touchdown. This is a touchdown. We have an injured Kansas State player, which is why there's a stoppage of play here. I cannot... Here's the official here. Wow, are they not reviewing this? They didn't review it. Can they not initiate review? I'm so confused. TCU's going for it. 4th and goal inside the 1. Max Duggan. Handoff. Kendre Miller. I don't think he got it. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. Wow. Wow. That is unreal. Absolutely unreal. That is unreal. That is unreal. Unreal that they did not give him the touchdown on third down. Mad Max has not gotten it. Max Duggan is not him. Max Duggan is definitely him. That was a terrible call. Absolutely awful call. So now any points for Kansas State will win it. Deuce Vaughn off the left side inside the 20, and he'll pick up 9 down to the 16-yard line. Any points will win it. Second and 1, handoff, Deuce Vaughn up the middle. He'll pick up the first down to the 14-yard line. Wow. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Handoff to Deuce Vaughn. He gets to the 13. He picks up 1. Unbelievable. Will Howard down to the 10. It's 3rd and about 6. TCU season is over because of the SEC. These are Big 12 refs. I mean, that's... Unreal. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Third and 6. Howard will center it. Ball is centered. Ty Zettner. Ty Zettner to win it. It'll be a 31-yarder from the dead middle of the field for Ty Zettner. Snap is good, hold is down, and Ty Zettner's kick is right down the middle. Kansas State upsets third-ranked TCU. And that will end the Big 12's chances at the playoff. Wow. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal. 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 Just unreal. I have no words. I have no words. I cannot explain. For those of you that missed it, I can show you a picture. I can't. I probably can't show you the video again, but I can show you the picture. I'll go ahead and show the picture, man. I don't understand it. I really don't. I really do not understand it. If anyone in the chat wants to tell me how this isn't a touchdown, I mean, you see the ball across the plane right there. I don't understand how that's not called a touchdown. It's not reviewed, and it's not correctly called. Heartbreak for TCU and heartbreak likely for the Big 12, because I'll be honest, I don't see a world in which a one-loss Big 12 champ gets in over the resumes set just behind them. So, but I guess we shall see. No possession. I mean, AJ, he's got the ball in his hand. I don't know. I don't know what more you want. He's got the ball in his hand. Yeah, I don't know. That's a terrible way for the season to end. Absolutely terrible way for TCU's season to end. Incorrectly called, but awful Big 12 officiating is nothing new. It's been something this conference has had basically since I can remember, and yeah. I don't know. That's rough. That's a rough one to swallow if you're TCU and if you're a fan of the Big 12, because I mean that's very clearly incorrectly called, and they just let it slide. LSU makes it in with a win today. I mean, I like to meme that they will, but they shouldn't. There should never be an argument for a three loss team to make it into a 4-team playoff. I mean, that's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one to swallow. Tough one to swallow if you're TCU. That's gonna do it for me. I might go live again tonight to just recap everything, and then we'll discuss some stuff for the playoff, and then maybe do something for the when's the selection show? CFP. So that'll be tomorrow. I will not be home tomorrow, so there will not be a live. Actually, I might be. There might be. So we'll have to see if I will try to be live tomorrow at noon for the college football playoff selection show. So at the very least, I will see you guys tomorrow. I I will also maybe go live tonight, like I said, to try to recap some stuff. But that's going to do it for me for the Big 12 Championship game. If you enjoyed the content and you want to see more, click like and subscribe down below. It really helps me out a lot. It's completely free, and you can always unsubscribe later on down the line. And also, I know a lot of people don't do this, but if you dislike the content, go ahead and drop a dislike because it lets me know what you guys want to see more and less of. But like I said, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. AJ, Jay Fleming, all of you guys. You guys make me want to do this more, and I appreciate each and every single time that you guys come hang out with me on Saturdays and Sundays. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and go live either tonight or tomorrow for the college football playoff stuff, and yeah, that'll do it. AJ, I hope your toe gets better. That's gonna do it for me, and I'll see you guys next time.